Ah, the light. The light is a beautiful thing. I feel like I've been locked up for months. Well, it almost was months. But now I'm back and I'm free. And ready to do what I do best as the one true Omni Gamer. Now you all are probably confused about the title. Allow me to explain. It's actually a mashup of the three things we're going to talk about today. Which is Burnout Paradise's downloadable content, a TNA game for the itouch/iPhone, and the demo for Red Faction. Three subjects in gaming that deserve to be highlighted in this moment of time. Now for people not in the know, Total Nonstop Action is a wrestling organization that is not quite WWE caliber. Depending on your preference, that's either a good thing or a bad thing. For me, it's just another thing I could watch on Thursday nights. Up until the point, I've never really bought anything from this organization. I figured, since the way things are, everyone's broke as a joke that's not even funny, why make someone else rich, right? But when I saw this game, I knew there was something special about it, so I'm up and bought it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad to say I didn't miss my mark on this either. This game is fun. I dare say this is the best and most innovative wrestling game I've seen in a long time, because not only did they combine the best things about a wrestling game, but they also combined it with an element that I didn't believe it was possible. A role-playing game kind of element. What I mean is that you could still create your wrestler, although with limited options in this game. You could put them through his paces in career mode or just play random wrestling events like cage matches and tag teams. But the unique part comes in is that the attacks themselves are all turn-based depending on your wrestler's stamina. Like if your wrestler has 3 energy orbs of stamina, he could do 3 turn-based modes before his opponent. From here you can use 3 standalone single attacks, or chain them together to create a combo wrestling maneuver that not only will hurt the opponent more, but will get the crowd excited and thus charge up your secondary abilities that much quicker. To add challenge and strategy to the game, your opponent and yourself are given 3 defensive maneuvers. They can avoid an attack, counter-attack, or reverse an attacking phase, ending it and giving it to the user. They can effectively destroy an offense and turn the tables. But be warned, you can only use them twice per match. Once when you first get them, and the other time when you recharge them. And you can only have them recharged if your crowd meter is high enough. So be entertaining. It is wrestling, remember? But speaking of the crowd, you can pump them up by sacrificing some of your stamina, which also adds to the strategy of this game. Once your crowd meter is high enough, not only will it refill any depleted defensive moves, like I said, but it will also give you access to your secondary abilities. That, like everything else in this game, can make or break your matches. Now, what secondary abilities you get really depends on what kind of wrestler you are. Are you a face, a good guy wrestler, or a heel, a bad guy wrestler? Your actions outside the wrestling ring will determine which side of the line you crossed. TNA reference, sorry I couldn't help myself. Do you help defend the weakling Eric Young? Or do you bash his head in just because he's stupid and ugly looking? Do you help Sting rehabilitate the monster Abyss? Or do you bash his head in and take the monster for yourself, make him the ultimate tag team weapon? Those are the kind of things that help determine what the world sees you as and what abilities you get later. Just remember, no matter what option you pick, there always will be consequences. And you don't have to stay a face or heel. You can always do an ipso facto change of mindo at any given time. I recommend this game for anyone who has an iPhone/iTouch and those who like wrestling or role-playing games. Trust me on this, you will not be disappointed. In fact, the only thing I see wrong with it is that it's a little out of date pertaining to storyline, and it's a little short. But hey, you'll still have a good time anyway. Okay, next up on the docket is the Burnout Cops and Robbers downloadable content. This gives the ability to play cops and robbers online, where one team is cops, the other team is robbers, and they must fight over a pile of gold that ends up on Paradise. Whoever gets the gold and brings it back to their home base gets a point, and whoever gets 3 points wins the game. This content also allows all the regular Burnout cars to be retrofitted into law enforcement mode, which basically makes them police style colors with lights and sirens and the whole bit. And that's it, really. One new gameplay mode and original cars get palette swapped with the police colors. To tell you the truth, I don't think it was really worth the money. I could have waited until I bought something else that goes along with it. Now it's just a drain, which is unfortunate because I could have bought some other DLCs that are out right now. But hey, if you like Burnout Paradise and it is your favorite / your only game, then get it. It's definitely for you. But if you have many other games you can play and get new content for, then this one is probably not the best investment at this time. The final thing on the train to discuss is the Red Faction Guerrilla demo I downloaded recently. Now, I played the first Red Faction, and it was one of my favorite shooters, not because of the characters or the graphics, but because of the geomod technology, which meant not only could you have destroyed the environment around you, but you could also use it as a weapon to hurt your enemies even more than anything you had packing with you at the time. So when I got this demo, I had some pretty high expectations. Well, not only did they meet them, they surpassed them. The chaos and destruction I caused in such a short time was awe-inspiring. The character and vehicle controls were excellent, and the weapons were useful, though a little standard, except for the hammer. The hammer was just plain cool. And just when I was getting back into my groove of Martian warfare, just when I was starting to remember the taste of the red sand in my tongue, the demo was over, and I was sad. So very sad. Now I cannot wait until the June release date. So if you couldn't tell, I really enjoyed the demo. And if you're a fan of Red Faction or like blowing things up, then get the demo for yourself. It is available for Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network. Well, that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. But don't you worry, you won't wait long to hear from me again. The summer starts now, and the summer games are all around the corner.